Uh, hi everyone. So we'll talk about repetition structures. So basically, we have the for loops and the while loops. Um, Basically, the format is very simple. You loop through the elements of a matrix, and you use the word for. Use the word for. Okay. And you're gonna have an index. Usually, it's like k. It could be any letter and equals. Okay, let's say you have a matrix which is 1 and 3 and 7, for example. So you need to display display the k. Okay, let's say the k. Okay, or you just put k. You need to print the k. All right, and end. Let me put the k in here, and then end. So basically, you're gonna loop. You're gonna have a loop. Um, First, it's gonna go 1. It will put 1 on the k. You're gonna go inside the loop, and then print the k, and then loops again. Now it's gonna put the 3 on the k, and print the k, and then loops again to 7. Put 7 on the k, and then goes execute whatever inside the loop. Let's try it out. So of course I have to name it first. So let's call it for example, whatever you could call it, whatever you want. So as you see in here, it has looped through the matrix. So printed 4 and 3 and 7 and 7. All right. You could if you need to add the elements. Let's modify to add the elements. So let's say we need to have the total total, and let's say the total at the beginning is 0. Then you make the total equals, okay, to the total plus k. So at the beginning total has 0 plus 1, it becomes 1. It becomes 1. Then it loops again and adds the 3. Loops again and adds the 7. And that will be the total. Let's run it, see what will happen. Okay, yeah, it's a good habit. Always at the beginning we do CLC, and then we do clear. Okay, the clear variable. Okay, and you save it and run it. All right. All right. So let's run it. Okay. So at the beginning, k the total was 0. In here 0, then 1. Then you added. Okay, where is the problem? There is a certain problem here. Um, okay, total equals. Well, it's supposed to add. Okay, that's why. So total, you see in here, it's total. I misspelled it. Total plus. Okay, let's run it again. Yeah, that's how it is. So at the beginning, total is 0. Then the first loop became 1. Then 1 plus 3, 4. Then 4 plus 7, 11. That's simply what is loop that you're trying to loop through a matrix. All right, and the k is, we call it the index. Okay, usually in Matlab we use it k. It could be I, it could be j, it could be anything that you like. It could be like a longer a number. Okay, you could also have like you could have for example k, and you could have the range. Could be the range could be, for example, 1 2 3. right? And then 1 2 3, and you could run it the same thing in here. So at the beginning it's 0, 1 plus 2 becomes a 3, 3 plus 3 becomes 6. Okay, you could change the equation in here whatever you want. It could be, for example, it could be a, whatever a equals 5 to the power, let's say power, power k. All right, there is no problem. Whatever you need to do, that's your logic. What you keep there is your logic. So the first time it takes the one, the takes the 5 to power 1, which is 5. In the second loop, 5 to the power 2, which is 25. In the third loop, it will be 5 to power 3, which is 125, and so on and so forth. All right. Um, uh, so you could save the data in a new matrix. A, for example, it could be a new matrix. So you could say A of K, whatever A of K, okay, equals, for example, K equals K to the power 2. No problem. All right. So you are looping around now from 1, let's say 1 to 5. 1 to 5, so it will be 1 2 3 4 5, and then you're creating a matrix. Okay, so the first element of the matrix will be, or the vector will be 1 to the power 2, then 2 to the power 2, then so on and so forth. So let's run it. So the first loop, it has one element. The second time it has two elements. Third time has three elements, four elements, and five elements. So you are creating creating um, the loop. Okay, what you notice in here, the loop, it does a good job, but you really did not. And for this logic, you don't need to use that. You could use the vectorizing. As you know, matrices in the Matlab are vectorized, so you could easily use the vectors. So let's delete all of this. Okay, let's delete all of that. Okay, and you could do it the same way, but you could do, for example, very simply, you could say k equals vector 1 to 5. All right, and then a equals, okay, k to the power 2. So it will do the same result as we've seen before. So that's the k, and then it takes each element and power it to the number. So 1 to the power 1 give you 1, then 2 to the power 2, I'm sorry, 1 to the power 2 gives you 1, uh, 2 to the power 2 gives you 4, 3 to the power 2 gives you 9, 4 to the power 2 gives you 16, and 5 to the power 2 will give you 25. So you could use it with a vector. There is, different applications that you could use it for. Sometimes you need to loop through um, uh, 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 through like a number, through scores, for example. So you could combine it with the if statement to determine how many items, for example, are true. So as an example, let's write an application that will list the test scores um, shown and how many are above 90. So let's say, for example, scores, okay, grade scores, let's say 76, and let's say 45, let's say 98, let's say 97, and these are the grades. So if you are asked to write a code to find how many grades are above 90, you see only two. All right. So how you do that? Very simple. You have, first of all, you have to create a count equals 0. At the beginning, your count is 0. 0. You don't know. Then you have to loop through it. So you loop uh, uh, with k equals 1, uh, okay, to 4, because we have four elements in the score, right? But what if we change this? What if we change it? Okay, what if we change? Let's move on. Let's say it's 4. So what you say, if, right? If scores of k, the element of k right now, of k, okay, all right, equals or greater than 90. Let's say greater than 90. All right, okay, then a count will equal count plus 1, plus 1, you add 1, all right, and the f has its end, and this is the end for the 4. All right, so again, let's take a look at the code. Let's take a look at the code. View, let me go view in here. If I can increase the weapon, not sure how to increase the font, but editor, um, you know, um, anyways, I'll take a look at this. I need to increase the font, but that's fine. All right. So scores, you have 4 scores in here. So I need to loop through them, and I created a counter which is 0, counter 0. So far, how many grades are above 90? 0. Then I loop from k equals 1 to 4. So how many loops am I gonna have? 4 times. So I'm gonna loop through the 76, then through the 40, 45, then through the 98, then through the 96. I'm gonna loop 4 times. All right. So if the score, so at the beginning, okay, so let's start. So at the beginning now, what is what it is the loop is at the beginning the score is 0, and now what is the value of k? So let's have like a comment in here. Now at the beginning, what is the value of k? K equals 1. K equals 1. So if it scores of 1, what is the scores of 1? And this has to be S, sorry. Okay, it has to be S. If it scores of 1, what is scores of 1? 76. So this value will be 76. Is it greater than 90? It's not. So this will not be executed. Then it goes to the next one. Now how much is K? K equals 2. So if scores of k, scores of 2, which is 45 greater than 90, it's not. So this will not be executed. It's gonna go to the third one. Now k, how much is k? Is 3. So if the scores of 3 means 98, is 98 greater than 90? Yes. Then what will happen to the count? It will be count, which is 0, plus 1. So the count now, how much it will be? The count will be at this time will be 1. All right, and then we'll go to the last thing. K, how much is k now? Is 4. All right, so scores of 4, which is 97, is it greater than 90? Yes. Then it goes to this line, and then count, how much is count? It was 1. 1 plus 1, it will become 2. All right, and that's how many scores are greater than 90. So that's what happens. So the count at the end will be 2. The count at the end will be 2. Now, here we know we looped 1 to 4 because we know the size of this vector is 4. What if we don't know the size of the vector? So we have to make it like a general program. What we could say, loop until the length, there is a function length, okay, of scores. Okay, of scores. So the length of scores, okay, will give me actually, let me run it first with 4. Okay, let's run it with 4. Okay, and okay, we already run it. Okay, with 4 give me 2. Now let me add 2 more grades. All right, so let me add like 98. Let me add 23. All right, let's run it. All right, it looped only 4 times while there is 6, right? So the answer is supposed to be 3, not 2. The reason for that because it looped only 4 times and they have six values in here. So I have to make it general. So instead of having 4, I say length, okay, of scores. Now it's general. So length of scores will evaluate to how much? Will evaluate to 6. It will loop 6 times. So let's run it. Okay, here you go. It gave you 3. Why? Because I have 1, 2, and the three values are higher than the the you know the required 90. Okay, so now in here we have it here as a vector. What if we have it as a matrix? What if we have it as a matrix, right? So how it loop through it. So we use the entire column as index each time through the loop, each time through the loop. So it will print the whole index. Let's try it out. So let's say that let me delete this out. So let's say I have 4k, okay, k equals, all right, and this time it does not equal a vector, it equal, a matrix, all right, a 3 by 3 matrix, um, a 9 for example, okay, 1 2 3, then 1, okay, 4 9, okay, and then let's say it has 1 8 and 27. So this is like a matrix 3 by 3, 3 by 3. If I need to loop through it, okay, so A equals, okay, K, okay, let's do it like this, K. So it will print the column, each column, when it loops. So the first time it loops, printed the first column, which is 1 1 1, all right. The second time printed the second column, which is 2 4 and 8, and the third time looped printed the third column, which is 3 9 and 27. If you need it to look nicer, you could transpose in here, and let's do it like that. So it printed the first column, the second column, and the third column. So it will go through, the columns when it loops. All right. So that's basically is the for loop in a nutshell. And in next video we'll talk about the while loops.